latest on the Senate races. Let me start right here because we are exactly 5 days out. 5 days out from the midterms. I cannot wait until they get here. We had the disastrous Joe Biden speech, which I will get to in a moment. But first, the favored bet now for how many Senate seats the Republicans are going to have is now 54 Senate seats. Second favorite is 53. Third favorite, 52, and 50. The vast majority of the money all right now on the Republicans to take the Senate. We know the House is basically a foregone conclusion. Right now in the Pennsylvania Senate race, Dr. Oz is near his high in terms of how much he has been favored by in this race over the last 90 days. Obviously, things swung back his direction in a big way. Right around the 30th, he was a big favorite. He has continued to be a big favorite. 66 cents, basically a two out of three chance, according to the odds makers, that Dr. Oz is going to win in Pennsylvania. The race that is moving the most right now, Don Baldock, General Don Baldock, who has been up in the past two polls to come out of New Hampshire, is now a small underdog against the Democrat in New Hampshire with the steam on his side. New Hampshire's an interesting state because nobody can vote till Election Day. So Don Baldock moving up may end up, before all is said and done, favored to win in New Hampshire over the next 5 days based on the momentum that is on his side. In Georgia, a poll came out today showing Herschel Walker up 7 points. Another poll came out today showing Herschel up 3. Herschel is going to be in Athens and will be doing, I think, a pretty bang-up job of a rally there. And I believe that he is going to win this race pulling away. That's actually also what Chuck Schumer believes. Remember the hot mic moment that he had with Joe Biden talking about how well things were going in Georgia for Herschel Walker, that they couldn't dent him. And so I think Herschel is going to win in Georgia. Blake Masters is the favorite, small favorite in Arizona right now. And the state where Republicans are really pulling away is Nevada, where there is a massive lead now that has developed for Adam Laxalt to win the Nevada Senate race. So I bring up all of these for this reason. There are 4 races where, according to gambling odds, Republicans are now the favorite. Pennsylvania, where we have a Republican incumbent who chose not to run. Nevada, Georgia, and Arizona. The latter 3 of those states all have Democrat senators right now. All 4 of those states, Republicans are favored. Soon, Republicans may be favored in New Hampshire as well. Either way, it is set up to be a close race. There are 5 races right now that odds makers, gamblers, people putting their actual money down will tell you are very competitive. New Hampshire, Pennsylvania, Arizona, Nevada, and Georgia. All Republicans have to win in order to control in the United States Senate is 2 seats, right? Because right now they are even. They would need to win that seat in Pennsylvania, right? Or if they lose it, they would need to win 2, right? So those 5 seats, all of which are either Republican favored or a tiny Democrat favor right now in the case of New Hampshire, all Republicans have to do is win 2. North Carolina, we just talked to J.D. Vance on Clay and Buck in Ohio. Those states have not ended up being as competitive as Democrats hoped. Democrats' only hope, and it's a small, faint hope, becoming less hopeful every single day, of flipping a seat is Pennsylvania. And I believe Dr. Oz is going to beat John Fetterman there. So when you actually look across all of this landscape right now, very strong odds, increasingly becoming more and more likely that Republicans are going to win the House and the Senate and actually be able to stop Joe Biden from being as crazy. This is significant, but it requires everybody going out and voting. I'm voting on Election Day. I know a lot of you have already voted. You may have voted early, but it requires everybody to go out and make sure that they vote in order for all of this data to become a reality.